Hello, my name is Jillian Foster, preferred name Jillian. A lot of people call me Jill. I really hate it. Two people only allowed to call me that, so it's Jillian. Current career, I am a admin, dispatcher, primarily in ops for ACV Enviro on our Albany, New York location. It's an environmental waste company. I pretty much feel like I run the office right now. We're in the middle of a huge merger with US Ecology forming into Republic Environmental Services. So I just do a ton of stuff. And that's where I'm going to leave it at that. Something relevant about me to this course. So I find psychology of terrorists to be absolutely fascinating. I took quite a bit of psychology and terrorism studies while I was in my undergrad at Endicott. So this is like my bread and butter. I love this stuff, which I love it. Something I want to get out of this class, I definitely know I'm not going to know everything, can never know everything. So I always want to learn something new, whether it's a new theology behind how a terrorist thinks, but anything like that. So the key decisions to how I got to this point in my life. So the 4 key decisions. First one actually was in middle school, lucky enough. In middle school, I had a teacher in my 7th and 8th grade social studies classes that made me fall in love with history and everything to do with history. I never was interested in it to begin with, but he made history fun more than anything. Like, it wasn't just a stiff textbook anymore that I dreaded going to class. So that was my first real turning point to leading me toward where I am today. My second one, high school was kind of normal. Not really much to say about that. But in my junior to senior year of high school, at the decision point of like where I wanted to go to college, how I wanted to decide to pick a college, Endicott just kind of fell into my lap. I'm from the middle of nowhere, very small city in Amsterdam, New York, in upstate New York, right outside of Albany, and nobody from my high school has ever heard of Endicott before I went there for my undergrad, so it was really nice and refreshing to go someplace that nobody knew who I was. So for me to pick Endicott was a major stepping stone of my decisions. Once I was in my undergrad, my third decision point came from me being able to take this international crimes terrorism study class with Professor Timmerson, who actually became one of my absolute favorite professors I've ever had. And I took this class on the major crimes. So crimes against humanity, war crimes, genocide. It was her bread and butter, and come to find out, it was my bread and butter. I just loved looking at these major crimes, analyzing them, see what was happening, why leaders or these people were making these decisions to point fingers and just eliminate a massive amount of people. Or why do they do this? It's that question you always have in your head. So from there, went off, graduated, kind of right before the point COVID hit. So once COVID happened, so I graduated in 2019, was figuring out what I wanted to do with my life. like everybody else. But I came back home, kind of readjusted my thought process, where I wanted to go, what I wanted to do, and really try to go for that dream job if I could. But when COVID happened, I was actually starting this program, and things just kind of got out of hand. I was online, wasn't in the right mind space, so I stepped back from the program. So this is actually, this is a little bit later than when I wanted to originally get my master's done. But that decision for me to take a step back, work for a while, kind of figure out, get past that point of COVID quarantine and that point of not knowing what was next, allowed me to realize that I wanted to go back and get my master's. So I came back to Endicott. I graciously asked them to accept me back into the program, which Dean Hurley was really on my side. A lot of other support from faculty I've had. And here I am, now almost done with my master's now. I have 4 more classes left, I believe. And I am very excited for this class. So yes, this is where I'm at now, and I'm just very excited for this class. So thank you.